Hey everyone, it's Adam here. I can't see the guy. Just bear with me a moment while I fucking try and recuperate after what I just watched. Uh, I'm trying to regain all the dead brain cells back into my skull again after the movie I've just watched moments ago. Okay. This isn't a full movie review. This is not a full rant. This is just some thoughts, about the movie which I just saw moments ago. Came in the year of 2020, and I'm talking about this film right here, the first film, Sonic. This is a Blu-ray that I ordered for Christmas. I was really looking forward to this movie for simple reasons. One, Sonic is my childhood hero. Love Sonic the Hedgehog. My love for Sonic the Hedgehog began at the age of 5 or 6, where I started collecting all the games on the Sega Mega Drive, and I had a blast with those games. I had Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, all that doesn't feature Sonic. Loved Sonic the Hedgehog. I even had Sonic the Hedgehog games for the Master System, my very first console. So my love for Sonic goes back a long time. So I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Again, who could forget about the memorable levels and all the amazing music that came in with the consoles? Talking about Green Hill Zone, Marble Zone, Spring Hill Zone, Labyrinth Zone, Scrap Brain Zone, Starlight Zone, Death Egg Zone. Who can forget all those amazing zones in the Sonic games? With the very catchy, outstanding music and just general fun, We all know the story of Sonic the Hedgehog, collecting all the rings, getting through all the levels, fighting Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Egg at the end of those main levels to proceed to the next stages, Fucking great. Love Sonic the Hedgehog as a hero child. Now, when it comes to Jim Carrey is one of my favourite actors. I think he's an awesome comedian. I think he's a brilliant actor. Loved him in The Mask, loved him in Ace Ventura, loved him in The Cable Guy, loved him in Man on the Moon, loved him in The Grinch, Dumb and Dumber. Until I saw this movie, there's only one film that I did not like Jim Carrey in, and that was Dumb and Dumber 2. Simple reason for that is because I felt he didn't want to do the film. When I watched Dumb and Dumber 2 with high expectations, I felt like his performance in that movie felt kind of flat, just like Jeff Daniels. I felt like neither of them wanted to do the movie. The plot was much more of a simple concept, and it was nowhere near as good as the first movie. That was the only film I did not like Jim Carrey in. So, when I first heard about, in 2020, that the first Sonic movie was coming out, I was really excited. I was like, wow, my childhood hero Sonic and one of my all-time favourite actors, Jim Carrey, all being in the same movie. It's going to be epic, it's going to be funny, it's going to be over the top, and it's going to be outstanding, I couldn't ask for more. A childhood hero and my favourite actor all in the same movie. So, I decided to order this on Blu-ray for Christmas. This is the Blu-ray of the first movie and the second movie. It is now the day after Christmas, Boxing Day, here in the UK. And I said to myself, I'm going to watch Sonic because me and my friend were planning on watching Sonic 2 the following day. So I said, I'll watch Sonic 1. And I went into it, I was really excited. Now, the first half an hour of this movie I could tolerate. I admit I laughed at some parts. I thought Sonic was funny to some extent. Jim Carrey, who played Dr. Robotnik, I could tolerate him for the first half an hour. I admit I did laugh at that scene where he went to the sheriff's house and he said something like, I was breastfed. And Dr. Robotnik said something like, thanks for reminding me that was a slap in the face as I was born an orphan. I laughed at that. And I did like the first half hour of the movie, getting to know Sonic, why he was in Green Hill, he's got this awesome ability of speed. He's now in this world, he has these rings to go into a different world if he gets recognised. Sonic loves being in Green Hill, but he's lonely, he's got no friends. Developing a chemistry with his cop, and his girlfriend. But he wants to leave Green Hill and, get a higher ranking in a job, and Sonic doesn't want him to leave and all that kind of stuff. It was okay for the first half an hour. Now, when it got to the bar scene in this movie, where the police officer and Sonic go into the bar scene where there's all these rednecks, all these rebels, hillbillies, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. From there, the movie started to, in my opinion, lose its touch. And I started to get annoyed by all the humour. I'm just being honest, this is not me trying to insult anybody. This is not me trying to insult the Jim Carrey fans or the Sonic fans. It's not me trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just giving my opinion. Now, people's opinions are going to be different from mine. I know this movie got a great reception. I know this movie's praised. It was considered one of the best superhero movies of 2020. Won some awards. It got praised. Okay. That's your opinion. Here on the Movie Vault, on my YouTube channel, I'm giving you my opinion. Right. After the first half hour of this movie, it started to fucking annoy the shit out of me. Okay. Sonic was blasting out humorous jokes every 10 seconds from start to finish in this movie. Every 10 seconds he was coming out with all these jokes, all these phrases, and it seemed very overbearing. It seemed like every time when Sonic cracked a joke, the audience was expected to have an hysterical response every time he cracked a joke. Now, I did giggle a little bit for the first half an hour when Sonic did a joke. But when he got to the bar scene and he went to the slow motion scene, where Sonic is pulling that guy's underwear over that reindeer's head on the wall. He's doing all these different kinds of slow motion antics before flicking his fingers or whatever, and it all comes into motion. When it got to that scene, I was like, is that really funny? Then they had the bar fight scene where they're all punching each other, and again, Sonic was bursting out with all these jokes every 2 seconds, and I was like, come on, that's really not funny, you know what I mean? And why are you expecting me to laugh hysterically every 10 seconds after when Sonic cracks a joke, you know what I mean? The joke's starting to annoy me, and I have to admit, I started to lose fucking brain cells in my brain when all this was happening. And the same goes for Jim Carrey. I'm not saying Jim Carrey put on a bad performance in this movie. But again, he was the same way just like Sonic. He was coming out with all these jokes. He was coming out with all this weird humour where it became overbearing. And it became really annoying. When it got to the rooftop scene, where the cop and his girlfriend were falling off the building, and again it went into a slow motion pace where Dr. Robotnik is about to push that button, Sonic is zooming all the way around the robots, and he's zooming down the building to save their lives. I'm like, are you for fucking real? You know what I mean? It became so overbearing, so annoying, where I was up to the point where I've got to turn this shit off. It's really annoying the fuck out of me. It's not funny, it's becoming childish, it's becoming just too overbearing for my taste. Now, I know there's going to be some people online who are going to praise this movie. They're going to say, come on, it was really funny, you know, it was really exciting, it was really entertaining. But this movie, Sonic, it was a typical film that you'd see in 2020, you know, with all the effects, all the flying robots and all that kind of fucking shit. Now, I don't know if that's another reason why I dislike this movie, because people who follow my channel, you know I'm old school. Right? I'm old school when it comes to comedy. I'm old school when it comes to horror. I'm old school when it comes to wrestling. I'm old school when it comes to music and just movies in general. I'm old school. I thought 80s and 90s and possibly some movies in the early 2000s were the best. But it's got up to the point now in the movie industry where it's all CGI, it's all reboots of shit we've already seen. And this movie was a prime example of what I dislike in today's generation of films, you know, with the over-the-top shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I'll say about this movie. right? The first half an hour I could tolerate. First half an hour I found it entertaining. First half an hour it was nice seeing Sonic, nice seeing Dr. Robotnik, and it brought back some childhood memories. You know, when the film opened up and it showed all the console game graphics at the start of the film, that was a nice touch. It was like going back in time. But as the film went on, it became overbearing, it became unfunny, it became annoying, and it came to the point where it really started to piss me off. You know, and I actually watched this movie all the way through. I don't know how I survived it, but I was just so glad at the end of the movie where Dr. Robotnik is in Mushroom Land or whatever, and the credits start rolling, and I was like, thank fuck that shit was over. So that's just my little quick thoughts and opinions on the first Sonic movie. I don't know if I'll be able to watch Sonic 2 after watching that, because no doubt it's going to be even more overbearing, it's going to be trying to be more over funny, and I don't think I'll be able to stick it. So that's my honest opinion. So this is one Blu-ray that I do regret buying, you know. But again, I'm not going to insult people on here. I know there's a lot of people who are a big fan of these movies. Fair play. You watch them, you enjoy it. I'm not going to insult you. I'm not going to disrespect your opinion. But this has been my opinion, and I'm definitely not going to watch that fucking shit again. I'm only just trying to start to recover after all that humour and all that fucking trash, you know. So yeah, love Sonic as a childhood hero, love Jim Carrey, but this movie I just couldn't fucking tolerate it after the first half an hour. You know, so there's my quick thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog. So, looks like this movie's going to the charity shop next week, so please, thanks for watching this, everybody. Please like, rate, and comment, and give me your thoughts. Have you got a different opinion to me? Did you love this movie? Did you dislike this movie? Leave them in the comments below. Give me your thoughts and opinions, and hopefully we'll start a conversation about it. You know, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about this movie. Did you like it? Didn't you like it? Put them in the comments below, and I'll obviously read them, and I'll try and respond to them when I can. Alright, but thanks for watching this, everybody. Not a good start to the break season in the movies, I'm afraid, but hopefully I'll love all the other movies that I've ordered. So, didn't like the movie. Sorry. Peace out.